Hello there, it's Michael here. So what we're going to do today is play the famous lead guitar part for Sweet Child of Mine at the start of the song, which is usually played on the electric guitar, but all I've done is arrange it in a more practical way for an acoustic guitar player. So what it's going to look like is a good old D chord down here. Now we're playing individual strings, not chords, but think of a D shape in your mind, and that's going to help you arrange the fingers in a sensible fashion. So here's our first bit that we need to learn. So pick your open D string, then you're going to jump to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and naturally your 3rd finger would usually be there for a D chord. So open D, 3rd fret of 2nd string, then you're back to fret 2 on the G string, to an open G string, then up to fret 3 on the high E string. I'm going to suggest use your 3rd finger there. Back to this fret 2 on the G string. Up to fret 2 on the high E string with your 2nd finger, I'll suggest. Back to fret 2 on the G string with finger 1. Now that's the basic arrangement. Hopefully for you, you can hear how that sounds like the song just arranged on acoustic guitar. So I would suggest, if you know about alternate picking, that you do constant alternate picking, okay? To make the picking flow and get the speed up. If that's a bit ahead of you for now, you can just do all down strokes until you get the muscle memory in the left hand. But that's what I would suggest in the long term, alternate picking. So you play that for 2 bars. Then we're going to play almost the same for another 2 bars, but you're not going to start on the open D string. You're going to start fret 2 on that string with your 1st finger, whilst everything else stays the same. So that's the next thing you have to do. Another 2 bars, but you'll start on the open G string now. Okay, so everything so far. And then, to actually end that sequence, you actually play what you did for the first 2 bars. So back to open D string. Really fun little pattern once you get it under your fingers, and just keep that visualization of a D chord in your mind. Now here's a demonstration of the whole first main part. Now that's most of that famous lead guitar part. Just before the verse of the song kicks in, where Axl Rose starts singing, there's a little variation of what you've already learned. Alright, so I'm going to help you just play that now. So let's look at this variation now. I'm not going to call out every little fret I do here. I'll just do it slowly for you and you can see in the tab. But what happens is you constantly come back with an up pick, I'll suggest, to that fret 2 in the G string, and you're always bouncing off other notes somewhere around that D looking shape. So here it is. And just to finish it, you can grab what's almost a D chord. You're only going to play the G and B string, finger 1 and 3 I suggest, and then if you can, apply what's called vibrato on it, where you start to move the strings, which sounds really cool. There you go, a short but sweet way to play this very cool, famous intro.